Right, as of this evening, the dollar has confirmed that the intermediate cycle has topped. It's confirmed that the second daily cycle has rolled over very quickly and left translated on day 4, I think this was. Yep, topped on day 4. So that is an extremely left translated daily cycle. And then this evening, the dollar has clearly broken below this daily cycle low, so there really are no more confirmations left. It's also given up the recovery of the 50-day moving average. This was a warning sign back here when price dropped back below that, especially this early in an intermediate cycle. I was kind of expecting the dollar rally to go a little further. I always expected it would roll over and left translate, the intermediate cycle anyway, but I was thinking we might get a little bit um, more of a rally before it topped and rolled over, but it did not. It surprised me in that sense. Topped very quickly. Um, widen this just a little bit. You can see this rally came up just far enough to reach this um, resistance zone, and it was not able to recover that resistance zone. So we've got a breakdown here below this major resistance. This was the last intermediate cycle low. We had a breakdown below that intermediate cycle low. The bounce came up just enough to test that breakdown and was not able to recover it. And now we have confirmed that the intermediate cycle is topped. At this point here, we were making higher highs and higher lows. That has now been reversed. We are making lower highs, and now, as of this evening, we're making lower lows. So we have confirmation that the advancing phase of the intermediate cycle is done, and we're now in the declining phase of that intermediate cycle. And it's still very early in this intermediate cycle. We're only on week 6. Week 7. We're on week 7, and they typically last anywhere from 22 to 30 weeks. So we've probably got 15 to 20 weeks yet before we get our next intermediate cycle low, which may also turn out to be the 3-year cycle low. Although there is a scenario where the 3-year cycle low could be pushed out even another intermediate cycle past this one. And I may go over that scenario in a later video if I think that possibility is going to play out. But right now, we've got confirmation that the intermediate cycle is topped, and we should have another 15 to maybe even as many as 20 weeks yet before this intermediate cycle bottoms and we get a more substantial bounce. And the last intermediate cycle bounce wasn't substantial by any means, so take it for what it's worth. But we will get rallies along the way, but they should be only minor rallies. They should not be able to hold any kind of overbought condition. And you can see this was a kind of a warning sign when we started down into this daily cycle low. It just went deeper than I was really anticipating, and we started to get that embedded look in the short-term RSI. That was a warning sign that the intermediate cycle might be topping. Then when we did get the rally out of the daily cycle low, it rolled over immediately once the RSI got overbought. Again, that is a warning sign that we have started the declining phase of the intermediate cycle. So yes, there will of course be bounces along the way. We'll have up days along the way, but the larger intermediate trend is now down and probably will remain down for another 15 or 20 weeks. And that should be positive for gold. It should also be positive for the stock market during the next 15 to 20 weeks.